and wearisome nights are appointed to me? This was his question. If we look, I think the NLT, please let us look at the NLT version. I too have been assigned months of futility, long and weary nights of misery. I too have been assigned. Now, it was mentioned as months of futility. Now, it could mean that, from this passage, it could mean that Job was talking about the months of misery and pains and suffering that he has suffered. Months. It could also mean that he's already envisaging the months of more suffering. This one that I'm still like this, only God knows how long much, longer I will endure. So all of this put together tells us that he suffered. He went through a lot. But during all this period, what was he doing? He was patient. He was very patient in all of this. Patience is deeply biblical concept. We've heard about patience severally. In fact, a lot of ministers have come, or in seminars we've talked about patience. It is biblical. It is deeply, a biblical concept. The Bible talks about patience, and in fact, patience is one of the fruit of the Spirit. True of us. So it is. So the practice of which has the potential to allow us to live wisely and well in a fallen world. In fact, the practice of patience, it allows us to live wisely and to live well in a fallen world. In a fallen world. Now, it enables us to trust in the purposes and promises of our good God. When you're patient, it enables you to trust and to trust in the purposes and the promises of God, not just God, our good God. Now, the Bible instructs us to be imitators of those who, through faith and patience, inherit the promise. Let us look at James chapter 5, verse 11. First of all, Hebrews chapter 6, verse 12. Hebrews 6, 12. Okay, I read, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises. Praise the Lord. Now, that we be not slothful, but followers of them. Who are these people? Those that were before. We should study them. We should study them. Job is one of those that was highlighted. If you read down to verse 20 of Hebrews chapter 6, from verses 12 to 20, he was mentioned there. Job was one of them. Abraham is another person. But today we're talking about Job. Job is one of them. In James chapter 5, verse 11. James chapter 5, verse 11. It says, behold, we count them happy, which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. I'll take it again. James chapter 5, verse 11. Behold, we count them happy, which endure. Are we not happy when we talk about Job? We are. Why? Because we already know the end story of Job. That is patient. Faith, or these people that were mentioned, can we exercise the amount of patience they exercise? Behold, we count them endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and I've seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercies. So the Bible gave account of Job, and the Bible specifically mentioned patience. What does the Bible say about the patience of Job? In the Bible, Job, as we all know, is a godly man. From the introduction, we knew all that he had. Not just a godly man, he was wealthy. But within few period, he lost almost everything. In fact, he lost everything. Now, I use the word almost everything because his wife was remaining. So, almost everything. He lost almost everything. Now, through his many losses and sorrow, Job wrestled with questions and doubt. At some point, it was looking as if he was doubting. Because when you start asking questions, like there was a time I asked somebody, what's the difference between observation, question, you raising your concerns? Job, at some point, was concerned about all of his predicaments. What is actually happening to him? Why me? Like the way some of us will ask, why me? Now we go further, not just saying why me. We go further to ask, is it only me? Now when we ask, is it only me? We start, judging ourselves, using our human eyes to judge ourselves and our neighbors. But I think I should be better than this person because of the way I live. I think I should not be suffering this because I've done this in time past. Which should speak for me now. The way we easily condemn people. Oh, I know that a lot. I know that man. I know the number of abortions she has done before she got married, and now she's bearing children. Me that is living holy and all of that. Why am I? We've asked these questions. We try to compare and contrast, judging people and judging ourselves. Job had similar questions. He had some, and some of these questions we want to bring about doubts. I want to believe why asking these questions, maybe during the course of asking, he will not, pinch himself and, hope I'm not saying too much, oh God, have mercy and all of that. So he wrestled with questions and doubts. But in all of this, he stayed connected with God. He did not look for other alternative. I remember the last minister that took us this on Digging Deep talked about him not having alternative. I think it was a question that was asked. Not having alternative. Now, him not having alternative means that God was his sure plug. He stayed connected to God. Even with all of these questions, he glued to God. In Job chapter 30,